Price Chopper, right? Are we live?
I think we are. Hello, hello, hello. I believe we are live. You are with your girls, and we're about to chatter up with you. It's Monty, Kelly, and Joy. We're going to talk all things love and marriage Huntsville. The episode was it Showdown in Sin City or Sin City Showdown? So I'm going to play our intro, and then we will get into it. You got some friends that'll rescue her. Would y'all rescue me?
What you mean?
If they was coming to get me, would y'all come tell me and let me know?
I don't mess with the Fed. Let's be clear.
Y'all
literally caught. And look.
It sounds weird, I know, but I didn't get the feeling that I was talking to like a trash whore, low down type person.
Yeah. Really?
She's
just a young girl. Karen.
Kenya was not a video vixen.
Okay.
Kenya was a scholar.
Kenya was a scholar, y'all. It's 9 more days until Dancing with the Stars, and Kenya will be on there. So we shall see. We posted a video of her twirl, twirl, twirl. So if y'all want to go watch it, it's on our page, our Instagram, and our Twitter. But let's get into love and joy.
I know, she's funny.
I'd rather stick pins in my eyes than to watch.
We're going to give Joy the vote. And y'all vote for Kenya. Okay. Y'all didn't vote for, I think Nene may have went the longest. Because I don't think LVP or
Nene was on Dancing.
I don't think.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't like it.
She didn't last that long either. So I don't know if Housewives even do good on that show because they don't really last that long, but we'll try. But let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. It started out with Mel filming her video. What did you all think about that lady? I remember, I think I used to follow her on Instagram, whose house she was at. I think her name was Stormy. She's like this entrepreneur lady. I tried to figure out where she was from, but she started like not rich and she built like this empire. And I was trying to look up her stuff, but Mel never tagged her or anything. So I couldn't even really figure out where I knew her from. Do y'all? She's recently pregnant. I thought she did like shapewear or something. Remember she said, I met my friend Stormy or something estate. And they showed the pregnant lady.
The lady that was in the music video in the kitchen with Mel before they started.
That was her house. And she's like some big entrepreneur. I was trying to figure out. So if somebody knows, let me know. Because I would like to put some information about her. Because I think she started from the ground up. And now she's like has so much money. But anyway, what did y'all think about the video concept? Did she use the person who she co-wrote with to help direct it? Y'all think the graphics look? We all seen the video, right? Did y'all like it?
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was like her. She did her thing.
I thought, but except the dancing, right, Joy?
I told you something about that song. The lyrics don't flow right for me. It's not that it's a bad song because it's not. I've listened to it, but at some point when you're listening to it, it's not flowing right. I don't know if it's the words on top of each other, and it just doesn't flow. She's trying to do this.
It gets off beat.
And the words don't rhyme. It don't seem like they go together. It seemed like she just threw something there.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like, Mary J. Blige has. You remember, I was your lover and your secretary.
Yeah.
And she couldn't say secretary, so she says, no. What was it? It was something, and I can't even think of the words.
You talking about Mel or Mary?
Mary J. Blige. And she just kind of, because she doesn't say secretary.
I was your lover and your secretary.
It's something in that song that doesn't flow.
Yeah, it doesn't flow. I've always said it's offbeat. Like you can't really keep a beat. But the new remix to her song is a lot better.
Yeah, the dance one.
Yeah, and they have a lot of TikToks to that, which I think is good. But I love this scene of her and her daughter, and she was getting cute. And I can't remember, she said, were you in the makeup or whatever? I thought that was a really cute mother-daughter scene. What did y'all think about the guy she picked? Did he fit Martell?
Yeah,
but I'm really confused about whether or not this guy
is Sweetie Pie.
No, well, y'all say he looked like the guy without the hips, right?
Yeah, the guy from Sweetie Pie.
Sweetie Pie without the hips.
Tim Norman.
Okay, yeah. See, I never watched that show, so. What would you say, Joy?
I would say that again. Oh, he did look like Tim from the face up only. He ain't like him because Tim ain't shaped like that.
Yeah. That's so nice of you. You worded it so nice. What did you think about?
I told you. I don't know if y'all watch that show. Tim is a scumbag.
I don't watch it.
He doesn't deserve anything but mocking. He literally killed his nephew.
That's crazy.
That he never even saw a dime of, and they believe that his mother was his next target. So whatever.
No way.
I'm gonna have to watch that show. Does that show still come on, or I'm probably
no,
it doesn't on anymore.
They still have the restaurants, though, right?
Well, I went to one in St. Louis.
One of them is still up. The big one.
Yeah.
All right. So, what did you feel about? Because I really felt like she's really excited. I know people want her to stop making music and stop singing, but she seems really excited because I guess when you're a kid and you have dreams of doing something, and even if people don't think she's good at it, at least she's got the chance. So she can always say, "I had the opportunity to produce some music." She also said something. Did you ever figure this out? Because I know I sent it to you all. Which something about what got approved for BET. Did you all ever figure out? Was it her video, or I didn't go back and look. Did you ever figure out, Joy?
To who?
Mel. I sent this to y'all. She posted this and she said she was excited.
Allegedly 3 reality shows.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know she said that she started the Tilted Your Crown.
Company. Is that the name of it?
Production company.
That's a good
name. I didn't get a picture of that. I guess I could have added it. And I guess that's what she's doing with that. Okay, well, that's good. Go, Melody. Melanie or Melody? I always call her something wrong. Anyway, what did you think when she sat down with her friend Brittany? Now, Joy, I know you kind of look at their Facebooks and Instagrams and see the drama that's going on. So what happened? What did he say negative about her keeping the kids? Because they talked about that on the show today.
Said she only had 1 kid. She wasn't qualified or equipped to take care of 4 kids. Something like that. Right, Joy?
Say that again.
What was the negative stuff that Martell said about the babysitter?
Brittany.
I have no idea. That was one of the few things that I meant to look that up too.
Yeah, because I know you normally know what's going on.
I usually know in real time.
Yeah, you
but allegedly know. So here is what happened. I do remember.
Okay.
But I don't know what he said about her. But allegedly, so this is where I don't like what happened. So again, he's a reactor.
Yeah.
He's a man that reacts. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, Mel was at the beach and tweeted, "Here I am on my 3rd week with my babies."
Really?
Yes, he's letting the world know that Martell wasn't on time
because with his agreement or whatever. Gotcha.
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Okay. And then he tweeted, like, this was a couple of weeks later. He tweeted, it could have been a month. Why is she leaving my baby with somebody when all she had to do was call me, so to speak? Why do you have to leave my baby? Because what happened was she had went out of town by herself or something.
Gotcha.
This thing is, why wouldn't you just call me and say, "Hey, I need to go out of town just for a day. Could you keep the kids?"
Gotcha.
And that's the allegedly the argument that goes backwards and forward.
Oh
but
my
he's
goodness.
a reactor. He's a guy that reacts. Get off word blitz.
You ain't playing one of us, so get out.
Yes.
Right.
Word, Bliss.
I can't believe you heard that.
You know, that's a familiar sound
Right.
to me.
I was like, that game. I ain't played
Yeah, she that's what I think is going on.
So
and
that's what
having these Twitter wars, and instead of him just not, he had no reason to talk about the lady, and I can't remember what he said, but it was just like she had no experience with all these kids, or it was something stupid. It wasn't big, but she started.
Oh no,
he just does it better.
If he was late, he was late. So she's not starting trouble. She's speaking on a fact, Joy.
No, it's this is my thing. You either know your person that you're dealing with or you don't. Right. He is a reactor. He is, say whatever you want, he reacts. But so does Melanie.
They both are. They both are reactors.
Not saying Mel shouldn't have said anything, calling him and cussing him out or finding somebody to vent to. She goes on social media. She places him on blast. Gotcha. So that's why he's been on her on blast. Remember 2 weeks ago when we were watching, I don't know where she was. She did a performance. I think it was with
Eric Benet.
Right. Yeah. And the people were saying, well, where your baby's at? And she goes on live to say they were with the babysitter. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You decide as a person how you're going to react to certain things. There's no way I would be explaining where my baby's at.
I wouldn't either. But
it ain't like she's sitting up there and it's just unnecessary. But both of them are very immature.
Okay, thank you.
Pushing 40-year-old.
They do. They let the people in all these groups or on their Instagram or whatever cause them to explain themselves. Because even with her hair, because people were saying that her hair looked dry, whatever, in this picture right here. So she did y'all see on her Instagram, she did a thing where she was taking care of her hair. She braided it up.
She's reactive.
Yeah. And so I'm like, don't feed into that. You know what I mean? Just let the people talk about you. Holla, Toria. And hopefully they will learn that eventually.
And that's why I don't trust either one of them in regards to wanting the people to like them. They want us to like them. And both of them will play another in order for it to happen. That's just like I heard this whole thing that we're going to hear on this trip. When they get into it, I believe.
Oh God, I'm ready for that.
If what I heard is true about this was all a farce, and we talked about this last season. That Martell is even gonna let it slip. Girl, you wrote that song 2 years ago while we were still together. So this whole, or how about we planned our divorce? Y'all heard that? Whether or not they'll share that, I don't know, but they sure had that in the previews, and they're good from showing you something in the previews and not airing it on the show.
That's so true. Why do they do that? Because you expect to see stuff.
Because they definitely do it on Potomac so often. Like, it's like that's why sometimes we get so confused. We like, I know I saw so-and-so say so-and-so. They be like, well, that didn't air. And people be arguing. No, it really did. It aired in the previews.
It aired in the previews. They did it on Beverly Hills too with Brandy and Lisa Vanderpump a few times.
Yeah.
And then they wouldn't do it. So I don't know why they do that. They think we're dumb. Okay,
what needs to happen is we need to start tweeting this stuff out. Because when they do stuff, it's just like, and to me, and stop playing with people's emotions. Because there are certain things that they do in reality TV to manipulate emotions. And then you sitting up here mad at somebody, hating somebody, and or all this vitriol comes from one person when it probably should be shared or not at all. It's so manufactured that they could have not even said what they said at that time or to the person.
That is so true. And it happens on all of them. So y'all, just when you watching these shows, know that they create characters and each person plays a role, just like on a soap opera. Because I always say reality TV is a soap opera, modern day soap opera. And everybody's a Victor Newman. Everybody is a Marlena. I mean, it just depends on what you watch. Everybody's a Billy, and you just play your role. So just have fun with these shows. Now let's get on to the black staff of it all. And I'm talking about BLAQUE.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they all walking
did they
out?
quit? Right.
Why are they quitting, y'all?
All of them.
All
what happened?
Black
all
staff. The staff on at the cigar lounge.
Yeah, they quit last weekend.
They're doing a holiday weekend
before the episode. Yeah.
Why? Because I don't understand Tish and Marseau, your owners. You hired this young guy and he's your family, to be part of this big thing that you're doing together, and you want to make it successful. I don't feel like, do you think they're helping him enough?
No, Martell hired him because Martell is stingy. He's trying to save his money. Marseau is stingy. Yeah. No, he doesn't. It doesn't seem like that's a good job for him. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the people quit because they didn't really feel like they were under the proper leadership and they were doing whatever they need to do.
But it said 2 GMs left, and he's the only one that stayed. So it seems like they did get him help.
Then why would they left? I wonder. Okay.
So I'm sitting here like, why is everyone leaving?
I'd like to know that too. That's weird.
And I don't understand. And then Tish knows he's cooking, he's doing all this other stuff, and she wants a report. So do you think that's realistic to want these reports from him after you know he's not only doing GM, but he's doing other stuff?
It's realistic if you have the right systems in place. The report, once you have everything set up, you ought to be able to hit one button and print off
and they go
that day. So it's realistic. It is. It's just a matter of maybe he's just not the right person. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, the reality is they couldn't, if they wanted Jaylin, they could have hired Jaylin, hired a real person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not a real person, but
a real general manager,
and have him Jaylin up underneath that person.
Right.
Let him train him. Be honest with that person. Tell him, if it be, that person might want to leave anyway because he feel like he training somebody for his job, which he would be.
He would be.
But I'm just saying, somebody maybe just need that time, that experience they doggone self to get back in the field. You're going to at least work for a half a year or a year.
Mm-hmm.
But Jaylin should have not been given that job as a general manager up front.
I mean, like when, I don't know if you remember when they were testing the food and they had this caterer come and his food the presentation wasn't as good. Marceau brought in a professional person to show him, because he still wanted to use this man, but to show him how to present the food in a better way. Why he doesn't do that for Jaylin, I don't understand. Because if you're going to do it for a chef, you really should do it for your general manager.
Yeah.
And there's consultants all over the place who would love to have helped them.
That's why I said to help build that brand. Because even if they were there, like I said, usually people are only there for so many months or a little time, but they would be okay with that because they need that experience to place on their resume, just like Jaylin would like to one day.
Right.
But you won't put him in a situation where you just throw him in there and say, sink or swim.
Yeah.
And that's what Marceau wants. He's like, you handled it. You've got to suffer to, gain some type of a crisis to make sure that you can succeed. And I'm like, this is your family, dude. You just don't set them up.
And Kimmi has some legitimate concerns when she says, I think they're setting you up for failure.
Yes. Because even when, and I'm kind of skipping, but even when, I'm going to just say this and then we can continue where we at. But even when Maurice went into the business of Lewis and he was at the receptionist desk, he said, you the receptionist? He said, when you the owner of the business, you work from the front to the back. Why they don't understand? Because Jaylin was like, when we were down and I told you people left, I was expecting y'all to come put on the apron.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll stay working there though. It definitely doesn't sound like he should. And then
he's making it so he's probably making it so who would want to? This was a good start to put on his resume.
Yeah.
His first job, he was a general manager of a restaurant, or is it a smoke bar or whatever?
Yeah.
It served food. It served, So in a sense, it's kind of like being a general manager of a bar.
So what is it that Tisha's going to take back to Kim? What did Kimmi say to him to Jaylin about them Tisha probably treating him bad because of any issues.
Yeah, he said, I thought that you are treating me bad because you and your mom, my mom's relationship is not that great. And I think you're taking it out on me. It's basically what he was saying.
Yeah, see, that shouldn't even come up. I don't think he's going to be with them long. I just can't see it.
I mean, I think they're going to try to keep him there because I'm telling you, if you have another general manager, and even if you are experienced, if everybody walks out and the owners don't come and fill in and try to help or try to get a hiring company or anything, they're going to quit. Yeah, I mean, you go to a temp service. We got to get some help in here. You know what I mean? And they are not doing all of that.
And that is right, though. Like, to me, that's crazy. That I have, you know what? I was kind of in and out. I didn't realize that's what he meant when he said, I was expecting you all to come in here with your
aprons on.
I didn't even know, because I must have got up and got something to drink or something. But I do remember him saying that, and I wasn't watching the TV. If that's what he meant, that's disgraceful.
Yeah.
They didn't come help. They didn't come help him. And Marcel was like, you have to go through this crisis. That you made it. And I knew you could. And I mean, I did think he praised him a little more for making it more than Tish, because Tish was mad she didn't get reports, even though he was working and doing everything in the thing. She was mad about that, and she didn't even at least give him a compliment. Like Marceau kind of did.
You know what? Now that she's graduated her real estate masters and all that, she can go and help a lot more. I wonder if she will.
I don't think she wants to help. I think they like the fact that they have a business. But I mean, even like, because I had looked into it and it's expensive. But even if you want to like purchase like a Chick-fil-A franchise, if you do it, they make you work everything. Yeah,
you have to be in every. You have to be certified in every place.
Everything at that place.
Fries,
whatever. Yes, and they don't want to do that. But you got to, if you
have to start off and be everything.
You got to be everything.
To be a franchise.
Yeah. And so they need to get that mindset too. They need to go in there and work, but they don't want to. And I feel bad for Jaylin about that. I really feel like he does need some help. Even if I'm sure he got some friends. Can y'all come help the boyfriends? Y'all need some money too. So what else? So they are. Tish did apologize to Marceau. Do you think she was aggressive to him? Because she did grab his head. Do y'all remember that? When
that was definitely aggressive.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked her kind of taking a little hold, because he normally talked down to her.
Right.
Before you come with some bull crap story, she moved his face and asked him a question.
You hear me talking to you.
You're right. But
I mean, I do think that she did a good job of doing that, but I am happy she apologized also. So it's kind of like, can you have both of those things and want them all? Yeah, I was shocked when he grabbed his face too. And I don't think it was because she thought he wanted Melanie. Why do I call her Melody? Maybe because she's singing right now.
Well, my thing is they keep bringing it up. Like every season, there has been some kind of insinuate. You're planting a seed. I don't even think she realizes that she's planting a seed, because she started it. Because she started it when she threw out the. Didn't you say that that Melanie tried to come on to you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, that sort of thing. She is planting.
Her and her mama really are the two people who are planting this seed. Because Wanda even said, I think he hugged Melody differently. And I'm thinking, why would you even say this on TV? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's very miserable and she is very messy. So they're going to Vegas.
And she got two husbands, as she said.
Two of them, baby.
Exactly.
And ain't keep her busy.
She ain't busy enough.
And ain't neither one of them keeping you busy. You ain't doing. They ain't doing something right.
Right, something wrong. Okay. So Tish says she wants to do a 15-year anniversary to Vegas. And I'm thinking this is going to be good, right? Now, I want to get back to, let's go to Maurice talking to Lewis. I feel like them doing that, they brought the vaping story back to the show.
Yeah.
I think they did, but I think he just smoothed things over, because I do think you do have to make it clear, though. I ain't gonna talk about your kids, because they got kids we ain't even seen yet.
They ain't even showing their kids.
Hello, somebody, because you're trying to keep away from a kid, but you mentioning mine. in a negative way. I would have made sure that was okay. I don't know if I would have did it on camera or off.
Right.
But I'm okay with Maurice making it clear. I won't talk about your kids. You want the kids children shouldn't even be a topic of conversation with nobody.
So. It went over smoother than I thought it was, though, because I know he had mentioned that he can only repeat the subject too many times before he do something about it. So I was surprised that it was, I get it, and they just walked away, which I was glad to see.
I'm wondering, did they, because you have to remember, that conversation that he had with his wife was in private.
Yeah, it was in private.
I do wonder, when I was thinking about that, I wonder when they had them
meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, sometimes you talk big and bad in front of your partner, but then when the person in front of you, you be like, oh, maybe I ain't going to do what I say I'm going to do. Because I feel like that's what happened. Like, or maybe he wanted to see how he was going to come to him. Because he came to him in a place of, let's move on, you know. But have you noticed that we need to get Chatter Up shirts? Because they all wear shirts that talk about their business. The 754, the Compound, Melanie does her beauty, Destiny does her beauty shop. So, Callie, we need you to make us some shirts and some hats so we can have.
I'm looking at Joy real quick.
I don't want no hat, but I don't know if I can put it on top of all this hair. But
girl, you could do it. You could do a hat.
I'll do a t-shirt.
But okay, so
they had the cutest couple moment, Tiffany and her husband, when they got on the bus to Vegas and she went over to the stripper pole and she said, oh, I don't know what to do. And he said, oh, yes, you do.
Yes, you do. And then she did a little wink. I thought they all did pretty good on the pole. Not as good as Mia, but we can understand why. Okay.
Mia was girl, she did not work in no stripper. She was not a stripper.
They had on ball gowns.
She had on
a ball gown. But
she served lobster and steak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we get to Destiny and Mel. They meet up. And Destiny wants to drop the kid off, and Mel doesn't want to go without her. So they decide to come later. So I'm thinking, okay, they're coming later. So maybe there'll be some peace because Martell and Melanie
for the most part, that wasn't even bad. They were as couples, as far as concerned. Y'all noticed that even they can joke about, although it turned serious about the side chicking thing.
Mm-hmm,
but I'm just saying they can all laugh about.
Right.
He can go away because
Kimmi has not really gotten mad yet, but I think she's getting tired. Because Tish keeps doing this.
Yeah.
She did it at the Talk About It thing.
But I'm just generally speaking, they get along.
Yeah,
and they get along with Martell. Martell can laugh at Maurice, the whole alter ego. They can all laugh. Martell takes all their jokes. Watch the energy when Melanie comes.
Yeah, but I really think it's because Melody is not as calm as Kimmi, because Kimmi, she's tired now though. She's tired of
she's over it
now. But and then Tish even said, "Oh, you always rubbing on somebody." Like she keeps. I'm telling you, you can only keep doing that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you can only.
It's not that I noticed it, but something that they didn't address when they came back from the COVID. On the last episode before COVID happened, that was on Married at First Sight, Melanie had put out there that she be rubbing up on Martell.
Yeah, Kimmi did, right?
Yeah, but no, Melanie did.
Yeah, that Kimmi rubbed on him. Yeah.
But they never addressed it when they came back, and whatever it was scrap. But Kimmi does admit that she's a little touchy-feely.
Yeah, she's a touchy.
But she never has taken it. Huh?
I've never noticed her.
I've never noticed
me either.
But
everybody says
admitted it. She admitted it. That she is touchy-feely, that she talks to people. And it's crazy because Melanie, with all of that was going on, because at this point, Melanie knew about the baby.
Right.
At this point, Melanie knew about the baby, or it was rumors out there that there was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And she's sitting up here worried about whether or not Kimmi is touching on Martell.
Right.
Which was weird to me.
It was just silly.
Because I mean, in real time, she was filing for divorce.
Yeah, it was just silly. Well, I don't even know why she even brought that up.
And speaking of side chicks, though, where was Kaiwa at? I thought they were going to be there.
Maybe are they coming later?
I don't know. Okay, when they brought up Kimmi being the side chick, I was expecting the camera to go over to Kaiwa, but it never did. So they must not have been there.
I don't think they are even filming with them, really.
They
so what do you think about the place in Vegas? Did you like it?
No.
Did y'all like it? No. I didn't think it was bad. Yeah, I didn't think it was bad.
That was the cheesiest. Okay. All I kept thinking is, why did they give them the ghetto house?
Oh, not the
ghetto. That was the ghetto house.
Those were Dollar General decorations.
Oh, you talking about the decor of the house?
Yeah, it wasn't right. It looked really cheesy, and I was a little offended.
Well, Vegas is kind of cheesy.
Well, Vegas is cheesy, but their rooms don't all look as cheesy as that house.
The furnishing
of the room was kind of basic. That was a house.
Yeah, but
that was like
an
Airbnb.
They are renting out for people in Vegas.
It's like an Airbnb house, I'm sure.
I didn't like it. But
yeah, that's what it is.
She said they did it last minute.
It was last minute. I didn't think it was bad for a last minute trip, and everybody seemed like they don't fight over rooms like the housewives, or they don't show it. So
those rooms are not worth fighting over. If you get them in a good place, I bet they'd be okay to fight.
That's probably why they didn't, because wasn't nothing better than the other. I mean, not at all. So it was very basic, but I thought it was fine. So what do you think about the threesome conversation that they had? What do you think? Is it cheating? Should Martell talk about what cheating is? Does he know the definition?
He knows what it is. He said it's when they don't know each other. And then he said it's when you don't know the other person.
Hi, Velma.
No, when the other person doesn't know.
Yeah,
he got a point.
So it wasn't cheating
in a worldly sense. In a very worldly sense. We're talking about worldly thought.
Right.
Not worldly.
He's right.
Yeah, I mean, but should he be saying anything? So is it cheating if it's a threesome?
Don't nobody know. He knows.
He's so busted now. He might as well just be the leader of the pack.
So do you think that they have all discussed having a threesome? Because it seemed like everybody was pretty much open to possibly doing it.
Wait a minute. Here's a question. Somebody had posted something about, do you think that Martell gave a look when somebody said, when Marseau said to Tish something about a threesome, and then he said something. He was like, "What did he say to her? Don't pressure my wife about a threesome. Let her come
he said, don't you try to convince my wife to do a threesome." And then he said, "But if she would, I wouldn't be mad," or something like that.
It was some kind of open for it, but if she did, that's what she did.
Yeah.
And they said, people were saying that Martell was looking like they didn't already did a threesome. And I said, it looked like he looked over there like, who want to do a threesome?
Come with your wife. Right.
That's what I thought.
I don't think no, it's not her. Even though Tish looks good, I'm not saying she don't, but I don't think he.
And is it me? Did she lose weight in 3 episodes?
She had surgery or something.
In 3 episodes?
She looked stocky in a nice way. She looked really shapely.
I'm only saying that because she looked like she had just kind of gained a couple of pandemic pounds.
Right.
But then when I saw her, I guess it was last week, I said, oh my gosh, she looks really good.
No, she on that pink dress is when I was like, wow.
She looks really good.
Really good. Right. I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Like in that pink dress.
And I don't know if it was that break in between. Maybe they took a break because of production. Maybe got COVID or something. I know that happens.
Yeah, something happened because she did come back with a new body.
She came back with a new body.
I ain't mad about it. Build a body, girl. Build a body.
And I ain't assuming that she had surgery because it's not like she had a lot of weight. Losing 20 pounds on somebody, her because I don't think she's tall.
No, she's short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with somebody her height looks, that's a size down.
It is.
She
it's
looks
good.
She looks
well, I don't know, but I think she looks really good.
And I'm complimenting her, not on the surgery end.
You think she lost it herself?
I mean, she could have.
So when they ran the thing and they were talking about, let's see, where was I?
I'm gonna just say, Mom.
She does. Do you think, because they was putting on their swimsuits or whatever, do you think Marceau just don't like to be romantic on camera? Because she was like, do you want to come help me get undressed? And he was like, no. And then
I thought about that.
And then Maurice is like totally different. Like, girl, you look good.
Marceau seems like he a dud. I had heard, I mean, you already figured that Kimmi was pretty sexual because of Kaya's complaints.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all tripped off her talking about how they must have went to the beach once and Kimmi had on a bikini and it must have been a thong.
Oh.
And she thought it was inappropriate. You don't remember that when her and Kaya talked the first time? I guess that was first semester, and she was just like, she didn't think it was appropriate. She must have took a picture, and I'm assuming she took a picture with Monster. I don't know how she was in the picture or what, but I'm assuming Monster was there. I'm assuming. But she
I really wish Kaya was a part of the show. I think that would be.
I don't know her and Areola. No, they cannot.
Not Areola.
If you got one, you got to have both.
I'm telling you, if Carlos wants this to go through the roof, he would go get Ariane. I am so here. It's popcorn popped and ready for it. Because I would love to see. Because I noticed, I don't know if y'all even noticed over the weekend that Melanie started posting pictures of her and her little fake date. And her, the wine.
I did. I sent it to y'all.
You remember? One day she did a snack or something. Maybe it was her and her brother or something. I don't know.
I said, are they both in competition? Because like they don't show their people's face. Like, why are you
know they full of crap because Ariane does that.
Right. And I'm thinking, why are you copying her? Oh, to Callie, I just looked, and when I put in Love in Huntsville, whatever, and YouTube, we popped up. So I think it's because we're live now. Remember, I was trying to do the algorithm
last night. Yeah,
we figured it out. So anyway,
also I wanted to say that I don't know if we posted it in the group or not, or maybe I don't know. But anyway, Martell had posted on Instagram.
I got it. You want me to show it?
Yeah.
What did he post?
Martell had posted a picture of himself. I don't know what it was.
Ready? Okay, bam.
There it is.
Oh.
But you can't see Ariane.
Oh, you can't see it. It's
so
this is the picture he posted. I got it. Let me go crop it. But she put the clown.
And she posted clown.
She posted that. I got it.
So Areola did?
Yes.
Areola did. I'll get the good one.
That's so silly. So I wonder, did they break up?
Why would she do that and call him a clown?
She was just on her knees last weekend. What is she doing wrong? Girl, I
wonder, was it him? Maybe they broke up.
So you think it was another dude with a nice body with some coleslaw?
Maybe she trying to make him jealous.
Did she have on knee pads? What did I miss?
Did she have on knee pads?
Did she?
I don't know. I didn't say all that. Y'all saying that. I did not say that. Y'all let me get this picture.
She's talking about when he had that dish that said with coleslaw, when he likes his coleslaw.
Right. And it was dry coleslaw.
Just need a little extra mayonnaise.
I still got that picture, probably.
I don't even think that, but my point is, I'm wondering, was that Martell? Unless they broke.
So you don't think it was him?
I don't know. Both of them, all of them. How he get two childish girls? He needs to get him a.
Here you go the coleslaw picture. I'm gonna show it, and then I'm gonna get this other one up.
Right. That looks so dry.
It's so dry.
When coleslaw is his entree.
That don't even, you know what? That looks like shredded paper. That don't even look like, it looks like shredded paper.
What restaurant sells that kind of coleslaw?
Not even coleslaw.
All right, y'all.
I love coleslaw. When people was going on backwards and forward on coleslaw, I was cracking up because all I kept thinking is, I want some coleslaw right now because
you know what?
You got the best coleslaw I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't order. The only thing I order when I go there is coleslaw and corn. I don't even do like potatoes or French fries and none of them.
This is too loud. I'm gonna have to crop him out, y'all. Because it's not. Oh, not know what it is that's blocking it. Our banner. Hold on. There you go. Our banner was blocking it. Duh.
Oh, okay.
You see
Ariane,
you see she did the clown emoji. Because I don't understand.
Martell, why you staring at me? I see you.
I'm down there. But
he's a nice little snack.
But I'm climbing.
Like noodles and broccoli.
I want him to fail. People want him to fail. What she say?
It said coleslaw look like noodles and broccoli. It looked bad. I wouldn't have never shown.
Dry noodles and broccoli.
Want him to fail? I feel like they want Melanie to fail.
I do
like
too.
Every time she posts something good, they just down it. Like it's like she's doing too much.
I think they want him to fail.
Who you think, the people that's watching, or
I think that there is Melanie represents right now what a lot of us have gone through. A lot of women have gone
right.
through,
I got you.
You know, our significant others messing around with somebody, creating another family or a baby, still trying to have us at the same time. Mm-hmm. You know, there are women that she just represents, and Melanie for them handled it
like a boss.
Yeah. You know, but Melanie walked away in a non-bitter way. She really did. I'll give her that.
Hey, Antoinette.
When she walked away from that marriage, she was like, let's just split everything in half.
Yeah, she didn't ask
we
for
don't want
much.
No child support.
I didn't
take nothing from you.
I'm dissolving the business. She's
the business. She was a chick. When you said I'm through with you, I'm through with that.
For that final time.
But I mean, she had a lot of time though to prepare, Joy. I mean, she had 5 years, I guess. Like some people leave immediately, but I think she had enough time, maybe, and a platform to do it on. You know what I mean?
Well, and her trajectory of life was going up.
Yeah.
And when you're in a situation where you can't see nothing but what's ahead of you, you just want to be done with your past.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I could, in that regard, I respected her. She wasn't ignorant with the kids. Mm-hmm. She was like, let's split custody. There was nothing about her agreement that was unreasonable.
It wasn't malicious or anything.
It wasn't malicious. I have to give that.
I will give her that. That was probably the most mature thing they did together. Was that the divorce? Everything else they do in a childish manner, but the divorce they handled that like an adult.
And that's actually surprised me because she's so immature in other ways.
Her never to leave.
So do you think Martell thought she would never leave, even with the baby though? That had to be his thing.
I think Martell, and I'm a strong believer in this. He knew that it was a possibility for her to get pregnant, just like she would. Because to my understanding, if you believe her, you know she had been pregnant before, and so she had been pregnant before.
Ariella,
yeah.
She had gotten pregnant right before Melania. Before
what happened? Did she have an
abortion?
She had an abortion.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew.
So there wasn't a situation where he like, I don't know if she can get pregnant. Don't look like she can. You know, and they had been on just the outs right before she got pregnant because she was doing press. That's when she did those interviews with Tasha K and so
Oh, she did interview with Tasha. I forgot.
Wow.
So she was
sad, y'all. When we kind of go into it, we know we're watching it on TV, but this is really people's lives. They have really gone through some of this.
So I don't think that I do think.
I still don't believe they were sister wives.
When he says things like we're not compatible, or I probably would have left you. They're part of that is true. Because Martell never was in this situation where he wanted to leave her. But boy, I would make you leave me with another baby.
Right.
I do believe that there's, especially when you're wrong, you don't want to be the one that then had the affair and left.
And leave.
You know, I'm going to let you leave me. I'm going to try to fight for you, maybe. You know, in a way that relieved him.
Do you think he ever seems remorseful for any of this? I mean,
I think he was remorseful.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if nothing else, one day he did an interview. I don't know if it was an interview or maybe it was in the confessionals where he was saying, you know, we built a life together. Yeah. I remember when we had nothing and we were barely making ends meet.
Right.
And, you know,
that's why it's so hard to hear that sex or lack thereof, fellatio, had something to do with them breaking up. I mean, it's so hard to hear that little stuff.
I was talking to a guy friend of mine about that very recently. He lives in Alabama too.
Gotcha.
Shout out to John. Anyway, if he
Alabama man like that, what we think. You the Alabama man, you gotta do that, girls.
He knew of 2 of his friends that actually divorced because of that. That's literally divorced. Like, if y'all remember, there was a movie, maybe it was in the early 2000s or late 90s. All I remember is the comedian played Elise.
Neil?
Who was the guy who used to have a show on CBS? He's a comedian.
Not
Robert Townsend, but the Wayans took over that show because he said that he was replaced by Damon Wayans' show. But he had the show where he was like a vendor. He used to have like a snack vending machine.
I didn't watch that.
And Elise, I can't remember that girl.
Is Elise Neal? She's real short and cute.
Yeah, she used to come on ABC. The comedian, oh gosh, he was part of the comedian group that in the 90s that traveled with Cedric the Entertainer, Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey.
D.L. Hughley, that's what I was trying to
The Hughleys, that's the name of the show, the Hughleys.
The Hughley, he was, remember that movie? He was in it and Elise was his wife.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
He was trying to get a divorce because she wouldn't.
What?
It was a movie.
Okay, people who are watching, do you think that
it was a movie? Y'all remember the name of that movie? D.L. Hughley was the.
No, I got to Google. Somebody Google this movie.
If y'all remember that movie, was it the Brothers or something?
I remember Brothers. Yeah.
D.L. Hughley was in this movie and Elise was his wife. For some reason, I remember Vivica Fox being in this movie.
But why would... I remember they had a TV show called...
I know he had a TV show, but my point is, there are women out there, that just don't. And they will...
I'm not for that. I mean, like, I don't want to do it. So, I don't want nobody to leave me because I'm not doing it. Come on, y'all, man. There's toys. I'm telling y'all that will act like it's doing it. You can purchase them. There's no reason to leave your wife. They sell stuff all day long that will mimic it. You will not know the difference. So, just stay with your women, okay? Woo,
Lord, tell us more about that.
First husband did not. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's grounds for divorce. Like, if you married me knowing that it's not something I want to do.
I get that, but I do think that there is kind of a lot of times a lot of young people get married. You don't understand what you like. And as you get a little older, your whatever matures. And when he gets there, you hope that your person that you're with moves with you.
But if they don't,
then you get a divorce.
No, it's better or worse. Do y'all not know what that means? Come on now. I understand it's important to some people, but that's like saying, so you used to having a certain lifestyle. Your husband lose his job. You have to move into a smaller house. Should you divorce him because of that? They would kick a dog a woman for doing that. You know what I mean? Like, you do not just leave your partner because of something that happens or they don't want to. You just don't.
Well, you don't leave right away. You go do the counseling thing.
Look. They got a divorce. It wasn't but she said she tried to, but it was too late. So if you're gonna do it on time.
The best metaphor ever. That was like the funniest story when he was telling that psychiatrist, whatever he was, counselor. You know, I've been liking them. Look, what happens when these apples over here?
Oh God, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, the oranges, so and they did. What was a Granny Smith? One was a delicious red. Okay, red delicious.
And you know, it's too late because I've been liking these apples over here.
Some other apples is really good. They know what they doing. I just can't believe that. And that girl, and I know she probably did other stuff, but that's what she's like, a superhead. That's what she's kind of known for now. That's pretty kind of sad. So when it said when they teased, they were teasing each other in the kitchen, y'all, and they were saying Marseau was 70 pounds heavier, and then. They said
Maurice, I had heard that.
And Maurice was in an effed up marriage. I felt like they shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Oh, did they say that?
Yes, girl, they put it on the screen.
Yeah,
like,
I rewound that like 4 times.
Yes. I just felt like that wasn't nice to say.
Wow.
I mean, he didn't say. And then that's when Martell said, they all bust out laughing like they knew it was true. And either Marceau, not Marceau, either Tish or Martell said, and that's when Kimmi came with the side chick. So that's when the side chick conversation started.
She said that's when Kimmi came and stole them away or something.
Stole them away. Oh. Tiffany said that. Tiffany said that.
Oh
so who told her this story? Or is it all around town? She could have watched the show.
Told it.
She probably watched the show.
Tisha told it.
Yeah, Tish told Tiffany. But yeah, so Tish and they all started getting on her about the side chick. And she was like, I was never a side chick. Do y'all believe that she was a side chick?
No.
Joy?
I don't.
What defines a side chick? First of all, what is the definition?
So I think the only reason why they keep saying that is because Kiowa keeps insinuating because they have some familiar connections.
Mm-hmm.
They have some familiar connections that she met her while she was married to him.
But when they separated or no?
I don't know if they were separated or not. I tend to think not because see, they haven't been clear on how they got here.
Right.
Or who got here first or who followed. We know that Marceau and what's his name that went to school here, but we don't know if they had that would make a difference because allegedly Kiowa was the one having the naughty party.
So that's what's okay.
So it seems like maybe they were having a naughty party with one of the sisters because maybe one of the other sisters was here. And she had some friends and friends of friends and that came. That's what it seems like happened. Because Kiowa, for her to come from out of town, because she wasn't living here, living in Huntsville. So for her to have come out of town, she had to have a local connection.
Something had to bring her in town. Right.
Correct. So I don't know what was going on with her and Maurice at that time.
But Tish and her were still friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Kiowa. Yeah.
See, I that's why I was saying it seems like Marceau went to Huntsville and stayed. Whereas Maurice went to Huntsville and then left. And then I wonder, did Kiowa go to school here or something of that nature? And I only say that because she was so eager to come back to Huntsville, to even consider coming to Huntsville. So maybe she had another.
But that was because he was going to pay her mortgage.
I know.
Well, that's a incentive.
That's a good reason. So maybe it wasn't. Maybe she was eager because heck, that's free. It's free. Maybe that was all there was to it.
Like it seemed like you would still have to know about a city. You can call me and say that you living in Colorado, nowhere. Free or not, I wouldn't consider.
Well, they get free marijuana. It's legal. You gonna move there, okay? It's legal.
I'm going. Except
it's legal in Illinois.
I know, in California, we can go a lot.
And recreational,
right? So this is what a side chick is. Antoinette says someone who's not divorced before they get with someone else. Latoria says a side chick is a woman that is messing with a man who they know is supposed to be in a committed relationship.
Okay, so it's possible that Kimmi didn't know she was a side chick. Maurice could have kept stuff away from her.
Right.
Maurice could have said, we've been separated for a year or 6 months, whatever. So she come in thinking one thing and,
I don't think she was.
But the only thing
that
makes me think that that's not possible is because Maurice, we know, lived in Michigan with Kiowa, not Huntsville.
So you think Kimmi knew she was a side chick?
No, what I'm saying is Maurice had to actually live in Huntsville for him to date her.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? They weren't dating while he was living in Michigan. They were dating while they were living in Huntsville. So at the very, very, very least, they had separated.
Right.
And he had
I'm saying, were they separated or not?
Yeah, that's why I'm just saying they weren't living together in a house.
Yeah. So if he's separated, are you a side chick?
You still a side chick.
So you still are then.
Side chick, yeah.
Right.
But I think it is he's not in a committed relationship.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but so that kind of comes back on the female really, really badly. Because if she doesn't, everyone's now thinking somebody's a side chick who really isn't. She just is with a man who never took the time to get divorced, like Candy Burris. Candy, I don't know why she just popped up. Candy Burris and her old baby daddy.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You know, they were married.
That's true.
I mean, you could not.
Well, yeah, he said that I don't think he was married to that woman then, but he was in a committed relationship with her, living with her and everything. Oh,
no, well, they were married. They were married.
Oh, they were actually married?
They were married, yeah.
Because I know he said Candy called his wife on the phone and told her she was pregnant.
Yep.
Girl, okay.
After she got pregnant, he called, and that's the reason why he said he don't mess with.
He stopped paying child support. I don't know.
So Antoinette says Tish is the person.
Right. You're correct, Callie. Which makes me think he was giving her something on the side.
You talking about Candy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Of course. So Tish is running her mouth, is what Antoinette thinks.
I do too, Antoinette. She's running her mouth and has been for years.
Which also makes me think there was some overage. So,
it's there's some somewhere. Kaya was just gonna feel this way.
Side chick per se,
right?
But he had left her and had moved to Huntsville and was getting on with his life. And
right.
the divorce was, would eventually come, but it may have even been pushed even by her. Because she actually been married to this guy.
The other guy, yeah.
Yeah.
And Marceau told Martell that Kimmi was a side chick, and Marceau didn't deny it. Right. They said that in the pool.
Latoria's comment. Is Latoria making she's saying a mistress and a side chick?
When you married and with another woman, then the woman is called a mistress. And is a mistress mutually exclusive from a side chick? Like, are they not the same?
I think a mistress and a side chick are the same thing.
They're the same.
Nobody in 2021 says mistress who's under 40.
Right. It's side chick, Latoria.
You just saying your age.
Latoria. How old
you are?
I thought you was with me. I think Latoria younger than me. Tish cannot be trusted. Right. I think she is responsible for a lot of this. So Kimmi says to Martell. Well, I don't know if she said to Martell, but she said I thought you were way under 40.
Well, you talking like you well.
She got an old soul.
Right.
She got an old soul. But so I don't know if she said this in the confessions or if she said it to them, but Kimmi said that because Martell was in trouble, he went and said a lot of lies with a straight face to try to deflect from his indiscretions. So he said the side chick thing about her. So do y'all believe that? Because he talked about the guy who he had the business with. He said he had cheated. He said Marceau had 20 women. Kimmi was a side chick. Like he started throwing everybody. Mel had on the face. Like he started throwing everybody.
I kind of agree with if you got me in the hot seat and I'm all my fire is always on high.
Girl,
you
gonna snitch, Joy, because you in trouble. So don't do nothing with Joy.
Right.
Joy gonna snitch, so don't commit no crime with Joy. Okay, snitches get stitches, Joy. You ain't supposed to tell.
She's joking. You're joking. You're joking, right?
No, only rich man. So you to be a mistress, you gotta. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and y'all please don't talk about my auntie. My auntie told me
it's true.
My auntie told me when I was growing up.
You're right.
She said, "Don't get married."
She said, "Don't even." It is.
Yeah, that's the truth. My auntie told me. She said, "Do not get married." She said, "Do not be a wife." Is this my auntie told me this? Be a mistress.
No,
I grew up Church of Christ.
Said that?
Yes, I grew up Church of Christ, so I would never do that.
I love it.
She told me this. She said because men treat their mistresses better than they treat their wives, and I said, "Oh, what?" Yes, I'm telling y'all. So that is so true, Antoinette. You just be a mistress. Be a freaking mistress, okay? Don't get married, but I'm not. Don't do that.
I don't know.
I would do it. I can't be a mistress. First of all, I'm possessive. I'm the only child, and I'm a Capricorn. I don't share, so I could never be a mistress, but just because of that.
I think if Kimmi knew she was a mistress, she wouldn't be on TV.
I don't think he was rich then, so she was a side chick.
She wouldn't put herself out there like that. If she knew she was a side chick or a mistress, I don't
think that it was a situation. I think it could have really been a situation where they have decided to dissolve their marriage and he done left.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times when you separated from a wife, you don't get a divorce unless you just want to be rid of them. Maurice may or may not have been in a rush.
Yeah,
you know, he was done when he was done, but he could have came to Huntsville trying to make a new life for himself, figure out what he want to do with his life, and he met Kimmi, and they start talking, and he could have been honest with her. You with somebody? Well, my wife, me and my wife are separated now. We're filed for divorce. And she could have met him like that.
Okay.
I remember
when they say I'm separated, I'm separated, then in your opinion, is the lady supposed to, call me when it's official?
Or is it a side chick?
I remember when Will Smith, y'all ever heard Will Smith and Jada Pickett's story?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one?
With there's a lot.
Yeah.
You're muted, baby.
Me?
Joy. Let me see if I can unmute you.
I got it.
Okay.
One of the things with Jada Pickett, she said they were friends.
They were.
And then he was having problems in his marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And it was so bad that I think she was gaining feelings. She never say that. But I think she was gaining feelings. And so she said, I need to stop. We need to cool off for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We need to figure out what you need to do. And then we can pick up from there because this is getting a little bit. She never says that she has feelings, but I'm assuming a woman was protecting herself like that. Where you have to say, whatever this is, we got to stop until you figure out what you want to do.
And she did.
I think that you can meet somebody that's at the tail end of something. Like I think anywhere it go, they were done with each other. What'd she say?
These are rich people. That's why she called it entanglement.
It entanglement.
Rich got different words, don't they?
I do believe Will Smith when he said he was done with her. They had moved on.
Oh, they were done. But see, with them, you know what's so crazy, and I don't want to talk about them too long. But when he went to go meet on this Different World set, he went to go meet Jada. He ran into Sheree, the wife. He didn't even meet Jada. He ended up dating her and marrying her.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came full circle back around. But Jada actually went away from like Hollywood and everything because I think she really did like him. She moved to like a ranch in Colorado or something. And he called her once he was officially divorced and said, come back. And she came back. Yeah. So she really did distance herself from him so she wouldn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And then came the month of August.
And I don't know if that was the situation. I think because Kimmi either has been vague or they're not allowing her to tell the whole story or they're not showing the whole story to keep having this running narrative that she may have been a side chick. Because to me, I'll be throwing it in the middle of a conversation because that day I would have got pissed just so they would have aired it. Because if she had clowned a little, aired it for because it'd been like I didn't. When I met him, how am I gonna have an affair with a man who's married when he didn't even live in another state? And I've just broke this down just based off of things that I've heard, not any kind of narrative that she's told a straight story to.
Right.
But it just kind of makes sense because Kiowa lived up there. She lived in Michigan. You would assume they were having whatever it is while she was in Huntsville and he was in Michigan.
Yeah, but Kimmi does not believe she's a side chick. So if she says she not one, she said she don't want to be Carol Coleslaw. She don't want to be Areola. And I wouldn't either. So
and they dated for a very long time.
But Kimmi also said Martell lies with a straight face.
He does. That's been proven. A cute straight face.
What do you think he's lied about?
When she said that she was a side chick, that was her exact words. Was Martell would tell a lie with the straight face.
But I mean, if Maurice was still married and they was talking or dating,
I agree.
That is a side chick.
And in his mind, that was a side chick.
But they made it wasn't like he was sneaking her. He was
Antoinette said Martell lied about everything.
But I'm just saying, I would like to know what he lied about. I'm not saying that he has some.
I don't know. Tell me what he lied about. Because I mean, he told he was messing with the girl. He told that he had a baby.
Because he seemed pretty transparent to me. Because even when
Martell seems transparent.
Yeah, even when
what are you drinking over there? What you got?
I don't know.
Even when he said things like Melanie messed around too and da 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 da, and then you'll be like, no, and then you heard her in an argument say, "You talking about we were separated? I had my own place. She had his own place." So I was like, "Well, dang, he ain't lied."
But I don't think she was doing anything like what he was doing. She might have been talking to somebody.
Understand that he is, but the point is, he said that she allegedly had a fling.
Did you see the picture of that fling?
She did. I don't think
that is not true.
But she actually admitted. He talking about when we were separated. We were done with each other. He was over here and I was over there. So she kind of sorta is telling the truth.
He lied when he said he was done messing with Areola. That's a lie. He wasn't.
Well, she kept coming back. I mean, Areola kept calling. And when your body's calling for me,
that don't mean you got to be all weak.
I know you ain't supposed to pick up the phone and answer. I know.
Well, I mean, she just came with knee pads and toe. I mean, come on.
That's all she was, honey, all the time. I mean, if that's what you got to do, but he done with that. Like he done. Anyway, so sometimes a woman, we hear what a man is saying. I agree with that because you hear what you want to hear, but that's as people. Right. Sometimes you just hear what you want to hear. So.
I just don't think Kimmi was a side chick or a mistress. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know what she
I don't think so. I don't. And it's true meaning of the sense of what we would call no. In biblical, yes.
Yes. She was a concubine. Possible. No, it's a concubine. Another woman is. Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm saying. It's possible.
Okay. So Kimmi never says, okay, Martell says Marceau told him, I've already said that Kimmi was a side chick. This one, they was all in the pool. So the pool was when everything got on and popping. You would think they would have been relaxed, but I think they were a little drunk too. I think they had been drinking because Tish looks good. I had to show this picture because I feel like she looked real good right here. So they start talking about Jaylin first. And I think this is when Tish always messed up the party. Because she brought up the Jaylin thing and him being disrespectful. And then the Wanda line. Why did she believe her mama?
Yes, ma'am, become disrespectful?
Not concubine, girl. You know me, girl. I've been using these words, honey.
Now, that's a real old word.
Right. That's the word. That's in the Bible, honey. That's the word of the day. But why did she do that every time? They were having fun. And it's like, do you believe that Jaylin and that Kimmi really had the right to kind of defend her son with what they were saying about him? Because they said, and in text, I can't agree. You can read things, but it's your tone that you're reading it in. It's not the person's
I was just going to say that. It's your attitude and how you perceive me.
It is.
You can't read anybody's attitude via text. That's you. That's your issue.
That's your voice.
Yeah, you can try to, but
I have done it before. Like read something wrong, and I'm like, let me go back and read this again because I may not be in the best mood. But how is yes, ma'am being? I don't understand. Can we see the text? Can y'all send it to us so we can read it?
I don't understand either. Tisha has.
She's a little slow, y'all.
Well, she's not slow.
I'm gonna tell you why I say this. So she said, "Why would Kimmi said you sitting here saying side chick, but what if I would say something about side baby?" And Tish gonna say out her mouth, "We wasn't even talking about that until she brought it up." Well, Tish, they weren't talking about side chick either until you and Tiffany and Martell brought it up. I don't think she's a rational person.
She
not when it comes to stuff like that. She don't even pretend to be. She's not.
Oh, well, she would kill me. So why would my mama lie about that? I was like,
because Miss Wanda lies about that.
Was she
okay?
Because I don't think she was even saying shut up. She was saying, tell me what the F I said.
This is what she said. Stop effing talking about it, not shut the F up. She said, if you cannot tell me what I said, right, then stop talking about it. So
Tisha wants to keep it out of personal business as far as it relates to marriage. Other than that, we can talk personal family all day long. But she got really upset about that when she should not have.
The question you asked on whether or not the Kimmi should have defended Jaylin, right? She has every right, because that under those circumstances, you're talking about your employee to his mother. She has every right to defend him.
I think so too. And knowing that they're not really helping him, they didn't prepare him. I mean, that's got to be frustrating, because that's your brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and your son, and I think she's tried to stay out of it, but it's only so much that they can say to me about my child before I want to defend my child, especially when they're saying, yes, ma'am. It's being disrespectful. When did that become disrespectful?
Only when Tisha's in the room.
Tisha. And I mean, I do feel like, I'm like, don't be mamming me. Now, I will say that
the only way that I can see that it was disrespectful is if he was saying it as a way to shut them up. And that's how they interpreted it.
Yeah.
So you said, I need you to do so and so. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. My child has done that to me before. And you're like, but I don't be like, don't you yes, ma'am me. Like, I think that's just kind of slow. It's just silly. But I don't want people to say ma'am to me. I'm like, I'm not old enough to be a ma'am. So maybe she felt that kind of way. Oh no.
I don't think that it was about that. I think it was him. He was sick of hearing whatever they were saying. And so he probably just kept saying, yes,
ma'am.
And you can be like that with Tish. Now come on. Because Marseau does it to Tish, because your mama lie about everything. Her mama, she lies all the time. I know he said he didn't bring. That is so true. I don't even bring my laptop anymore because I don't have time to even touch it. I'm back there doing the dishes. I'm back there cooking. Like,
now, see, I wouldn't do that.
What?
I wouldn't either. I feel like you gotta hire somebody. They should be able to hire
there that need to eat.
You can't you can't expect him to be a general manager and not manage because he's cleaning off tables.
They
and
shouldn't expect him to.
And cooking food.
And doing everything because everybody then left. That's insane.
And they didn't even come help y'all. You got to go watch it. He was like, I was expecting y'all to come put on an apron and help me. They did not come help him. I just don't think I could do that.
And somebody said, and that's why a lot of black businesses fail. And it really is.
It is.
That's why because not just that, it's doing sloppy business. Because he might not could open up on time. Right. So a person that wanted to come by at 4, happy hour 4 or 5, y'all didn't even open the door to 5:15. And so now they don't want to take their business there because they don't know if they drive across town, if you even gonna be open. And there are places that's like that. Y'all have this great formula. When you own, but when you bad, you bad. And I try not to complain. You have black businesses. They had a little children at the front taking I think that's good work ethic for a 13-year-old. Orders or something. You try to encourage people, but you can't expect. You have these black businesses and they want to give you mediocre a situation and then get mad and want to patronize.
I agree with that. I wonder how much they pay him. I don't know why, but I just wonder how much they pay him.
They might pay him a percentage.
I just wish even if they would say, look, Jaylin, we want to bring somebody in and we want to What'd you say?
I would definitely leave that job. If they're paying him a percentage of their earnings, I would leave the job.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just.
Is that how Ashley was paid? Is that what she said?
I don't know.
I'm just guessing.
I think she was saying that Ashley ran ours like a hobby.
Okay.
She couldn't open on time. She was, it was just like, and this is kind of what they're doing too. So I don't know. I just feel like even if they say, look, we can't pay you as much as we are because we want to bring in a consultant to help you, I think he would be fine with that too. I feel like this guy just wants some help.
Does he still live with Kimmi?
I don't know, because remember they were fixing his house.
Remember?
Yeah, because she said, "I'm gonna fix this window."
Rehabbing it, but
yeah,
I don't know if he's.
I didn't think he was living in that. Okay, that's his house. Okay,
that's his. I don't know if he's living in it, but they're fixing it for him.
And I think they got it for the purpose of possibly selling it later.
Okay,
so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, nobody wants to kangaroo at Oz, not at all. Okay. No, let's see what else I have. That's all I have in my notes. Y'all got anything else?
No.
Y'all got anything who's watching? Y'all want us to? Do we not cover everything that y'all wanted? If not, I was going to talk about.
I saw a little bit of Salt Lake today.
Did you?
They've been running a marathon today because I am going to watch Salt Lake this season.
Yeah, they have this new lady. The new lady on the end. She's from Vietnam. She's friends with Lisa, who is the third by. She's right beside between Mary.
The other lady at the end was a man. I'm sorry.
Heather,
I
feel like Salt Lake, their surgery is so hard that they look mannish. Like they've had the wrong kind of surgery because they look like mannish.
And that lady next to her too.
And that's Jen.
Is Jen Shaw? Is she an alcoholic?
They probably all kind of.
Well, because I saw a little bit of one of the shows today, and her husband said that when you get to drinking, you are just irrational. And she says, "Well, I'm drinking to numb the pain." And he's like, "What pain?" She said, "Well, you're never home." And her dad died, and
just wondering if go to her funeral. Go to the father's funeral.
I don't understand. I know he's a coach, but don't they have
what kind of coach is he? A college coach or?
Yeah, he's a college coach at a college.
Okay.
And I know they have to recruit and they do have to travel, but he's got to have people under him to be at his father-in-law's funeral. Like, there is no way that there's not someone who can.
Well, now, what is Mary? Is she looking at going to jail for her little keeping this?
I don't think so. I think that she was protecting that person. I don't even think they've been talking about that anymore.
That's why I was trying to kind of get a little familiar with what's the biggest scandal last season.
The only thing that I remember was Mary. Let me put the pictures back up so y'all can see who is who. So Mary's the black lady.
Who's Mary? Okay.
She in the middle. She married her mother's
brother, husband.
Yes, so her grandfather. And so Jen would always tease her about marrying her granddad. That was probably like the biggest. And Jen was kind of mean to everybody. Like she was just Jen Shaw, the one beside Heather.
Okay.
Yeah, who looks like, but that's really all that really happened.
Is she Asian or some sort?
She is Filipino or something like that. No, not Filipino. Give me something else. Not Samoa, but she's something. I can't remember.
She wants to hold on to that marriage really, really tightly. Did y'all get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She really does.
What did he used to do? Was he a
professional something?
Her husband?
I think so.
From a football or something like that.
Okay.
For a short.
I figured he had to be something.
But they really didn't, to me, have a lot of scandal. I mean, it was like a lot of Mormon stuff, like the blonde by the girl that's Vietnamese. Mm-hmm. She was kicked out of the church because she ended up marrying someone who was already married. They both broke up they had an affair, basically.
She was kicked out her family type thing, wasn't she?
Yeah, and so she was really upset about that, but I mean, it really was nothing. I think this season's going to be a lot better. They're going to come on.
Shaw's husband is Muslim?
I think he is. I'm about to see what she is. Jen Shaw.
Yeah, he's Muslim. Because the episode I saw her talking to somebody, that's what they were talking about. I was like, okay. Yeah, because I didn't watch this like at all.
She's Hawaiian.
Me either.
Tongan and Hawaiian. That's what Jen is. So they're coming on right after Potomac. The sneak peek of Potomac looked like it's going to be really, really good. Let's see. We got some comments. Hold on. Mary's under investigation. Yeah. Oh, dealing with her grandmother's money?
Why?
I don't know.
With the feds.
Oh my
Mary?
God.
Whitney was
she was kicked out for being a side chick. Yeah. But now her and husband, they really seem like they probably have the most solid marriage of them all.
Did she just call her a garden tool?
She called her a garden tool. She called her a whoremonger.
Okay.
But I really think it's going to be good, y'all.
My goodness.
What is this? Oh, Irish show. That's want to make sure. Oh, Giselle's still having her birthday thing, but this was funny because
on her birthday. Oh, Ash. That's why I said Ashley is her real friend.
Yeah. So this is this isn't her birthday thing though. But this is the picture she posted about tonight. You see who's in the picture. Karen's not there. Candace is not there. Mia did comment saying, "Why am I not in the picture?" Mia really is their friend now.
Okay, I thought they were doing a wedding thing because of the headbands.
It's a goddess luncheon. So they're all going as goddesses. It's supposed to be a cleansing type thing. Did y'all see the sneak peek? Because for me, I don't understand why Wendy's still mad. Because it seemed like, unless the sneak peek is wrong, it seemed like they made up.
She's still mad even now.
I don't understand. Like Giselle said, I'm only apologizing for this.
People said that's the reason why I tweeted what she wants to have a beef so bad because she thinks this fares well for her, but she comes across so inauthentic. There's nothing about her that seems real to me. There's everything. Every time she's on the camera, I'm assuming that it's well rehearsed and practiced.
It's manufactured. I feel like nothing, but she won't survive this. It's not a Karen Giselle frenemy type thing. You've got to let it go because that's what happened on New York with Bethany and what's the redhead Jill. She tried to have a beef with Bethany,
that went on and
she's not on the show anymore because it was a forced beef. So don't go down that road. And when they did this insider thing on Bravo Instagram, Giselle told Jen Shaw, she said, it's your second season. She said, don't read the comments because what happens is people will read the comments and then try to change to fit what people want them to be. Yeah. That was the thing for Wendy because that is what happened.
You talking about Ashley said that?
Giselle said that to Jen Shaw because it's their second season.
Oh, okay. Forehead on G. If she is then G, I would be mad at my friend laughing at me about a person who I like or don't like me. Wow.
They do it. They always laugh when they talk about Giselle and anything else. What she got on, Ashley laughed.
Giselle was laughing. I think at their argument that went back.
It wasn't about the comments. They just went back and forth.
Wild body, and I'll even take it a step further. The oh gosh, I forgot what I was going to say.
I wanted to, I want to show this. Hold on.
It slipped away from me like nothing.
Girl, our minds are bad. That's what I was telling somebody.
Filter.
Carlos, filter. They haven't had a reunion. They only have one reunion. He did kind of tease that they may have a reunion for Huntsville this time. I really hope they do. So I really hope they do because I feel like this show's reunion would be so good.
Yeah.
Well, you remember the host.
Oh, and then Melody goes live. I don't know if you want to watch it. I really don't, probably, because it comes after each show. Remember how Mariah used to do? She's doing that now. Somebody said it was really good. I probably won't watch it, but if somebody wants to, you can.
Okay, the lady that did the first reunion. Y'all remember the lady that did the first Huntsville reunion? Do you remember her?
I don't know. I watched it, but I don't know why I thought it was a guy.
No, it was the lady. Think about one of the first shows we had. We were talking about her because she did.
It wasn't Egypt, was it?
Yeah, it was Egypt.
She's horrible.
She did the Belle.
She did Belle. Yeah, we don't want her. We don't want her.
She didn't do Martell's new?
No.
Who did her? I thought it was the same person.
I think it is her.
Was it her? She was better than
the first. They only had one reunion.
I thought it was the same. But she now has the reality show that Martell and Mel was supposed to have.
Your groceries are.
Remember that about the real estate? Yeah. So she.
Yeah, they saying it was Egypt.
Yeah.
You may have been her.
Yeah. So I don't think she'll be hosting it again. I could be wrong.
She was better with that first one because I didn't feel like because she was just a hot mess. Now I do want to talk a little bit about Beverly Hills and then we're gonna leave. So this is the reunion thing that we thought should have happened. We felt like. Sutton should be right there. Cal should not be beside Andy. So this is what we thought was going to happen, right? This is what we got.
Why is Cal?
Why is she beside? I told y'all she was going to be beside Andy. And when Kathy comes out, she's going to sit between Cal and Garcelle.
They got Sutton over at the end of the other.
Sutton is on the end, y'all. Sutton is on the end. I'm so upset with this seating. I told you she just Andy caters to certain people. Because sometimes one reunion I didn't think Giselle should have been by him, but he makes sure she's beside him. Like some people just because Karen has not always been beside him. One year Ashley was beside him.
Yeah.
So he has people who he wants beside him, and that's she's gonna be it.
Maybe he put her by because she has the most to answer to.
Who? She does have a lot to answer to, and those confessions. And Erica, I think, is mad at her.
And I don't like the idea of Sutton having to be in the hot seat the whole time.
Yeah.
Kyle does like some of them. Look, I don't even like Doree, but Doree had enough sense to be able to say something.
Oh, I didn't even notice her
tail, especially when she threatened to sue. She was like, "What does that mean?" That's everything that she was talking about. Like, you made her point.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's when other people should have jumped in. Well, Kyle did a little. Everybody should have said that's exactly what she was talking about.
Doree said that too. She was like, "You don't mean that. You are not going to sue her." Like, no, you not. Like,
and then my whole thing is, I know she ain't trying to say he was gonna sue, not the man who got dementia.
But is that why y'all said that she was defending him because
she's
of that
protecting
comment,
him?
Right?
She's like, we're talking about him,
or was there something else?
But my whole thing is, why would she be concerned about what anybody's saying about him? He don't know who he is.
I don't know that she's really concerned about it, or if she just was going at something because it was Sutton. She just wanted something to throw out there as I hit myself in the face.
She said, "You don't talk about somebody's health. You don't lie." And I'm like, you can't sue nobody because they said that you lying. Like, come on, lady.
She said Richard was trying to extort money from her. Is that what her? Have y'all been seeing their Twitter war?
Yeah, I feel like what he did say, because he said
he wasn't extortion. He was making a deal.
He was making a deal for her. People make deals all the time.
If she felt like she wasn't going to, it's not an extortion.
It's a deal.
Extortion is if you don't do this, then I'll do that. That's not extortion. Mm-mm. That's not even close to what extortion is.
She's kind of smart, but she ain't that smart. She don't know law stuff. We will say that. She lied about that. She said she could be a lawyer, but if she thought that was extortion, she can't be a lawyer.
Right. He's right. That was a kid. He remember how to sue. Exactly.
Like, who he gonna sue?
Like, he don't even know who he is half the day.
For what she said.
Right. According to what the lie you told.
I'm just gonna shut
up. Got anything else, y'all? Just remember, if Potomac and Salt Lake are good, we will come on tomorrow at 5:30. We'll let y'all know in the morning, or maybe tonight. We may make a little graphic. But I think it's gonna be good. So y'all make sure y'all tune into those great shows. And anything else? I think that's all I had to share, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. I feel like even though, I want to show y'all this. Callie made this. I really love it. Be sure to follow us. That's all of our handles on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you ever want to be on our panel, let us know. We will give you our StreamYard code. You can come on. You don't have to show your face. You can just talk with an avatar. We would love to have other people. And that's what it'll look like. So I'm gonna show you. I just have a picture of myself.
Yeah. I usually have Erica Jane's picture in there when I'm not showing my face.
Yeah, try to be on time. Sometimes we've been on time, so y'all not used to us being on time. But that's then we said, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So we've been ready. Okay, we've been on time. Yeah, I think she still loves him too. Callie does not. She still loves that man. Even after all he's done, she still loves that man. I really think she did love him. That's a good testament to her. She wasn't just a gold digger. She loved him. So anyway, y'all want to piece it out? 1, 2, 3. Let's piece it out.
Bye, y'all.
Thank y'all for coming.